Hello, welcome on in. It's time to listen to some new music. We're in arguably the biggest week for me personally in terms of new music. We have 21 Pilots' Breach and we have Maruja's Pain to Power releasing this Friday. I'm super excited for both albums. I think they're both going to be in contention for my number one spot of the year. Let me move myself over here. But yeah, so it's a pretty stacked lineup, even though it's just two bands. They're both going to be amazing, I think. But first, we have a new single from Dispirited Spirits, the third of however many is to come with their upcoming album, Windswept, releasing in late September this month. I listened to the previous two singles on this channel. It's only got like 7 views, but it is what it is. Obviously, no one's ever heard of this artist, so it's expected. But I'm back again. I'm going to keep it up to listen to the newest single released just 12 minutes ago. Irithyll, Count Your Lucky Stars. I don't know if I pronounced that right, but that's what it is. It's only 3 minutes long, so another relatively short one for this artist's standards. So, yeah, never know what to expect. The last two singles were pretty standard for Dispirited Spirits. It is just this one solo artist, Indigo, who runs this whole business. And yeah. So his previous two singles, Forecast and Counting Raindrops, are pretty similar to his previous work. But I have heard that other music on this album, this upcoming album, is kind of different and fresh and unique. So hopefully that is what we get with this new song, because I really like his style, his sound. It's a very engaging and gorgeous sound. But I do hope that this is a little bit different. Takes a different direction, explores new ideas, pushes new boundaries, that kind of thing. So, as always, I am just a casual listener. I'm not a hardcore reviewer. I'm just going to give my simple thoughts on what I think of the song, give it a rating, that kind of deal. If you disagree, that's perfectly fine. Just don't be a dick about it. All right, with that being said, let's give this new song a listen. Irithyll. Okay, yeah, this is already different. Whoa. Drums going mental. This feels like a metal song, dude. What the heck?
Say just if you're right by my wrist, this perfect symmetry found within this perilous mess. Your eye flex for thunder to practice, blast and your reflection begun. A love and rolling fast. A young voice that's somebody drunk tonight. Wish I was talking as frail as Messiah. For my sins, it's all you fairly for you. Reckoning if it's the last thing I say.
I was not expecting this.
Come on in, I'll count your lucky stars.
Such a good voice.
Come on in, I'll count your lucky
The guitars are doing so much heavy lifting right now. Yeah, fantastic. Ooh, lovely intricate drumming. Perfectly timed.
How highly speak cross silver, stiff and purchased through our broken lines. As the wind coward of your breath,
His voice needs to be a bit louder, I think. He's a bit quiet.
and if in my eyes grow rise, I fall to self and banish dust and candles lay your head to rest. This blade sharpens itself, teach that you regret just flickering along the torches in your nest. And here I play everything from all the rest.
Damn, okay. Wow. Like I said, I did not expect it to go in such an intense direction. If anything, this is definitely the most energy in a Dispirited Spirits song for sure. I think the only issue I have is the drums being as, wild as they are. The 16th going with the kick and the snare. It's a lot. I don't think it's really suiting this song as much as I guess Indigo would like it to. But again, that's just how I feel. Everything else, though, and it is literally just those segments where they are 16ths. Otherwise, the drums are fantastic, the guitars are fantastic, the vocals are fantastic, the writing is really, really solid. I think it's such a good melody, and it's absolutely one I'm gonna be returning to. Yeah, I think that's another really good single. Good promising things. But yeah, let's try and get a bit deeper into the song. Obviously, I have no idea what any of the lyrics were this time around. It was too much and too hard to understand. So I'll try and go back and re-listen to that for the lyrics. The guitar work was really probably the standout aspect of this song. So stellar. I really just loved the atmosphere that it created, and as well as production. His production, like I said, the mixing could have been a bit better, but overall, it was engaging. It kept flickering between each ear, and there's clearly a lot of intent, a lot of effort, a lot of time put into this. And that's really what I'm looking for when I'm listening to music, is the passion that goes into it. If you can hear the passion, then it makes the experience a whole lot better. It could be a good song on paper, but it doesn't seem like there was a whole lot of passion put into it, and that kind of brings down a song for me. But whereas here, it's not a very long song, but there's just enough, and the quality is there that you can tell that this is definitely a very passionate, soulful song, if you will. And yeah, Dispirited Spirits, Indigo's vocals continue to blow me away. I just love his voice. He's got such a unique voice. It's a really high pitch voice, and he's singing in his head voice, I think, the whole time. But here he's really bringing it out, his chest voice as well. He's really yelling in this one. I really liked it. I think he once again nailed it on the vocal performance. I think on first listen, the only really issue that stood out to me was those particular drum patterns that were just a bit too much. Could have been worked around a little bit differently to not be as chaotic. I think that's really all I have issue with on this first listen. I think if I had to rate it, it would be a 95 out of 100, or 9.5 out of 10 if you're weird. No, if you're normal, I'd say. I'm the weird one. But yeah, another fantastic song. Probably my second favorite, I think. The Forecast. I think Forecast is my favorite so far still. But all of them are top notch. Counting Raindrops is on par with this song, I think. They're about the same level. Forecast may be edging just a little bit above them. But so far, this is easily an album in the making that could be in my top 3, maybe, potentially, album of the year. But let's not get ahead of ourselves. This artist, it managed to do it 2 years ago with the Redshift Blues. That was my album of the year 2023. So there is absolutely potential, you know. If he's grown and developed as an artist and continues to put out banger after banger, then who knows? It could easily be my album of the year. My current album of the year is still Violet Pony's album, which is a 93 out of 100 for me. Tied with Black Country New Road's new album as well. The names of both of those albums have slipped my mind at the moment, but those are both 93 for me out of 100. So there's a lot of room for something to be better. You know, there's the last 2 or 3 years, I've had multiple albums above 93. So I'm just saying, if any bands are going to do it, or artists, this is one of them. So really looking forward to the album. I'm going to stop yapping, and I'm going to head out and go to sleep. But yeah, join me on Friday for 2, hopefully, incredible albums. But until then, I hope you have a great rest of your week. I'll see you. Bye.